Being an owner of an MX-5 is fantastic. Once you sit behind the wheel of that car, you don't know what it's like. It's exhilarating, it's great fun to drive, and when you're out there driving with the lid down, in weather like we have today, there's nothing better.
The MX-5 in terms of motoring history is iconic. I mean, there's not another sports car like it.
I think it probably represents what British motoring and British sports cars should have been about in the first place.
There's nothing gives you as much pleasure. Just a pure driving machine. It's the only car that I can think of that you just go out and drive for the fun of driving.
I've had probably about 30 to 35 different cars. Never had anything like an MX-5.
It comes alive the more you drive it.
The acceleration, the cornering is absolutely phenomenal. It just goes round a corner like a go-kart.
I sit in it, I feel like I'm home when I'm off. And no matter how bad my day's been, I get home and I'm smiling instead of miserable, so it suits me down to the ground.
The joy about owning Mazda for myself is the actual driving of a Mazda and knowing that we're part of a bigger club.
I never really knew what people talked about before when they said they love driving, but I really get it with the MX-5 and I absolutely love this car so much it's got its own Facebook page.
I've got other cars that are worth much more money than this, but none of them give me the same satisfaction in driving.
Sometimes you wake up in the morning, about 4 o'clock in the morning, lovely day in the summer, you think, let's go for a ride in it.
The car's just got a special place, and that goes for the rest of the members in the club. Whatever car they drive, they love their car, you know.
Well, I've been driving MX-5 since 1995 and been in the club all that time. It gives you quite a buzz really when you can be out driving with 20 or 30 MX-5s and you can go for 2 or 3 hours. The only cars you see is an MX-5 behind you or one in front of you.
For me, the thrill of being an MX-5 owner is being part of the club. We get together with our friends, we go out on days.
We see places abroad that we would never see without the car.
Love being in the club, meet loads of new friends. I've got friends now that I socialise with outside the club that I'd have never met without the MX-5.
It doesn't matter your age, whether you're male or female, everybody's got something in common and it's this car, it's brilliant.
We just get together and we have a laugh. Everybody's got a story to tell about where they've got the car from, how they've got it, and everybody's so interested in everybody else's story.
We were talking to one couple earlier who'd gone out to buy a printer and come back with a new MX-5, so now it's like we're going to go and test drive a new MX-5 next week.
I love being a member of the Owners Club, really down to the camaraderie, the people you meet, so they're always good fun to be around.
If you see another MX-5 owner, they always wave to you. It's the joy of owning a car that everybody loves. That's special. You don't get that with other car owners.
Yeah, my son's got one, my daughter's got one, and it just puts a smile on their faces every time they go out. Dog loves sitting on the parcel shelf, thinks it's hers, gets the wind in her hair.
I've got friends that have got a Lotus or a Porsche and it's not a patch on the MX-5, guys. It's just not. It's not.
The current one is a Mark III. He's in sport graphite, aquatic blue. He's Bruiser because he's black and blue all over.
Well, my Mark 2.5, my wife absolutely fell in love with it. And of course, she decided on a name. It came up as Buttercup. We've got some Buttercup signs on the bonnet and on the rear. And of course, everybody knows her as Buttercup.
My car is personally connected to me because it's mine. Nobody else touches it, nobody else cleans it, nobody else washes it. And everything I do with it is mine. I look after it. Almost part of a family.
I've done all sorts to it, lowered suspension, turboed it, intercooler. It's so fantastic that you can't put it into words. It's as simple as that.
I think the MX-5 is iconic. I mean, you have to look at the history of rear-wheel drive sports cars and it's right at the top. So yeah, it's a benchmark really.
I know it might sound a bit sort of funny for a car, but I love the car. I mean, there's other things in my life that I love, but I do love the car.